Hi everyone, today we'll show you how to assemble an Ariens Platinum-series Sno-Thro out of the crate shipped from our Brillion, Wisconsin factory. In this short lesson, we'll dismantle the crate, check the unit for quality issues, complete the final assembly to make this Sno-Thro ready for winter, check the machine's fluid levels, review some important adjustments, and show you how to register this product and activate its warranty. Before we jump in, we'll grab the tools needed for this job. Aside from appropriate personal protective equipment like safety goggles and thick sturdy gloves, you'll need a box cutter, a 1/2 inch deep socket, a 9/16 inch socket, a 3/8 inch socket, a socket wrench, a needle nose pliers, and a clean Rager cloth. Now that you have your supplies, let's get started. Open the crate. If the crate is closed with staples, we recommend removing the staples to help you avoid scratching yourself on the staple ends. Locate the setup guide included with this unit. These assembly instructions are usually on or inside the discharge chute and can be used to follow along with the steps we're covering in this video. Remove the discharge chute, the chute rotation rod, the shift rod, and the quick turn chute control assembly and set those parts aside. If the literature pack was also loose in the crate, you can remove that as well. After all loose parts are out of the crate, remove the cardboard inserts. To remove the insert on top of the housing, you'll need to first remove the cleanout tool. Just remember to reinstall it. Carefully cut the crate's corners to collapse the crate's walls, then cut the walls away from the base. Be sure to keep your blade away from the unit as you cut the crate. Now that you can see the unit, visually inspect it for quality issues. If something doesn't look right or if you realize parts are missing, contact the Ariens dealer or retailer where you purchase your unit from. But if everything looks a-okay, we'll start our assembly. Remove the packaging from around the unit, including from around the handles if present. If you don't remove the packaging from around the clutch levers and handles, you won't be able to raise the handlebars from their shipping position. Remove the lone hardware sets from the handlebars, then loosen the remaining hardware sets. Raise the handlebars and install the bolts through the lower hole sets on each side of the unit, followed by their spacers and nuts. Tighten each set after all the hardware is installed, but don't tighten them so much that you crush the handlebar tubes. After the hardware is tight, check that the handles are secure. Cut the cable ties securing the hairpins to the shift rod that you removed from the crate earlier. Move the shift lever into its rearmost position. Insert the top of the shift rod through the lever under the control panel and secure it with one of the hairpins removed earlier. Insert the adjustment barrel on the other end of the shift rod through the shift arm and secure with the remaining hairpin. Remove the hardware from the chute pedestal mounting bracket and place the chute assembly over the opening in the housing. Align the P-clamp on the chute cable with the top hole in the mounting pedestal and reinstall the hardware, but only finger tighten it at this time. You'll want to leave the chute pedestal somewhat loose so the chute has flexibility when installing the chute rotation rod in the following steps. Remove the E-ring from the quick turn chute control hub and then remove the tape holding the bushing in place under the left side of the control panel. Insert the assembly backwards and through the bottom of the control panel, then turn the assembly and insert its hub into the control panel. Secure the assembly with the E-ring that was removed earlier. Remove the hairpin from the clevis pin through the assembly and remove the clevis pin. Insert the chute lock cable through the dash panel and insert the cable anchor into the chute control assembly. Partially reinstall the clevis pin into the chute control assembly, install the cable eyelet onto the pin, and secure the parts with the hairpin. Remove the gear cover from the chute pedestal and cut the cable tie around the actuation gear. Disengage the gear lock and position the discharge chute straight forward so the chute gear markers align. Again, turn the chute straight forward so its gear markers align before installing the chute rotation rod. You'll also need to position the control lever straight up and down when inserting the rod into the quick turn chute control assembly. Insert the chute rotation rod end without ears through the dash panel and into the quick turn chute control assembly. Remove the hairpin from the opposite end of the rod, and while keeping the chute control lever vertical, insert the rod through the chute gears and reinstall the hairpin. Reinstall the chute gear cover and tighten the chute mounting hardware at the base of the chute pedestal. Install the cable hanger onto the chute rotation rod. Route the chute deflector cable so it has plenty of slack at the top of the chute, down the chute pedestal, and then through the P-clamp at the base of the engine. Close the clamp with the pliers, but not so tightly that it restricts cable movement. Insert the cable anchor into the bracket under the control panel. Place the chute deflector lever in its rearmost position. Remove the hairpin and bushing from the deflector lever, install the cable eyelet onto the lever, and reinstall the bushing and hairpin. When finished, position the rubber boot against the cable anchor. Move the unit off the pallet. If this is a rapid track model like the one shown here, engage the lever under the right handle to place the unit in wheel mode and move the unit off the pallet. If this is a wheel-driven model, simply pull the unit off the pallet. The more you push the handlebars down to raise the housing, the easier it is to maneuver the unit. After the unit is off the pallet and onto a flat level surface, we'll check the fluids and a few adjustments. Check that the gear case has oil by removing the gear case fill plug. Gear case oil is red and should appear at the bottom of the fill plug. Check the engine oil level. Remove the dipstick, wipe it clean, and fully reinsert the dipstick into the engine. Wait a few seconds, remove the dipstick, and check that the oil level reaches a point between the markings on the dipstick. If the oil level is too low or too high, you can simply add or drain as needed. You can refer to the engine manual supplied in this unit's literature pack for oil specifications. If the oil level is adequate, reinstall the dipstick and tighten it. After that, we'll check a few adjustments to ensure they're within spec. Place a 1/8 inch thick spacer, like a paint stir stick, under each end of the Sno-Thro housing. Loosen the skid shoe hardware on both sides so the skid shoes are level with the surface you're working on, and retighten the hardware. Engage each clutch lever to check cable tension. When engaged, each cable should be taut, but if you notice any slack, tighten the cables according to the instructions in the operator's manual. Finally, if this is a wheel-driven unit, check the tire pressures. Ensure that they're within the range listed on the tire sidewall and that they're equal. If the literature pack is hanging off the handlebars, you can remove it and check that it includes the operator's manual, the engine manual, and a copy of the product identification tags. If the engine keys aren't in the literature pack, you can find them tied to the recoil starter handle on the engine. Going back to those product identification numbers, you'll need to know your unit's 6-digit model number and the 6-digit serial number to register your product and activate its warranty. If you didn't find your product's model and serial numbers in the literature pack, you can find them on the tamper-proof decal adhered to the unit's frame. To register your Sno-Thro, log on to ariens.com, click Register a Product, enter your information, and click Submit. Hopefully you found this video helpful, but if you couldn't successfully assemble your Ariens Sno-Thro, contact your nearest Ariens dealer using the dealer locator tool online at ariens.com. Our dealers are an extension of our team and can assist with product questions, service, and warranty administration. Additionally, they stock parts and accessories like snow cabs, replacement shear bolts, important oils and lubricants, SnowJet nonstick spray, and more. If you prefer online shopping, you can order these items at parts.ariens.com. Thanks for following along today. We'll hopefully see you again soon, but until then, thanks for being part of the Ariens family, and happy winter.